Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here and welcome to our annual corporation meeting. Our bylaws require that we have a corporation meeting each year. And so we're gathered tonight to fulfill that obligation. And as we think back over the past year, we have much to celebrate. We have much to be thankful for, just how God has moved and blessed and provided and protected our school. And so it's an exciting time at CHA as we continue to pursue the unique mission that God has given Christian Heritage Academy. Tonight, there's just two items on the agenda. First, Mr. Bullard will provide a report on the state of the school. His report will highlight the progress we've made in a variety of areas over the past year, and I suspect probably some commentary on ongoing and upcoming projects as well. We always welcome the opportunity to keep our CHA family apprised on all that's happening here at the school. And I know Mr. Bullard is looking forward to sharing that report. And then once Mr. Bullard finishes his remarks, I will take the opportunity to introduce the nominees for our Board of Trustees. All of those nominees, I believe, are here or will be here this evening. And so if you haven't already, I hope you have the opportunity to interact with each of them. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Mr. Bullard.
Thank you, Mr. Graves, and thank all of you again for being here this evening. And as Mr. Graves just said, this year has been a year of celebrating God's faithfulness. So wrote out some comments just to share with you regarding the state of the school. 2022 was a year of celebrating God's goodness and God's faithfulness. He's provided for the many improvements that have been made at CHA. This ministry report is a snapshot of the Lord's blessings on CHA, its outstanding faculty and staff, and supportive alumni, and the wonderful families He's given us. First quarter of a calendar year is always a good time to reflect on the Lord's calling for our school since 1972 and His faithfulness to protect, to provide for, and to sustain this ministry. God brought 633 students to CHA in 2022. The school's distinct method of education is widely sought after, as evidenced by waiting lists in most grade levels, and our student body is nearing, not there yet, but nearing the capacity of our facility. The 2022-23 school year is CHA's 51st year as a school. The purpose of the CHA's Board of Trustees is to ensure that the mission and vision of the school are accomplished. The board is responsible for that 30,000-foot view, so to speak, of the school, ensuring that the finances are in good order and that the school headmaster is fulfilling his responsibilities and that the school faithfully fulfills its mission. Under the leadership of the headmaster, the school operates with a tuition-based balanced budget. All capital improvement projects have been completed through the generosity of donors and without incurring debt. In December of 2020, the Board of Trustees approved raising funds for the Ralph Bullard Training Facility. We will see the completion of that $3.4 million project this month, and we'll get to enjoy increased athletic space and options for scheduling games and practices and numerous other elementary and secondary activities. In 2022, the school received a 2-for-1 matching grant to renovate the third floor of the secondary building. Receiving this news and a 6-month deadline to raise $1 million in matching funds, generous donors rallied to the challenge and exceeded that goal. The entire project for the third floor is anticipated to cost between $3.5 and $4 million. Planning is currently undergoing. We're looking forward to completing that project in the near future, starting it as soon as we are able to do so with plans and funds. Over the past several years, the headmaster and the Board of Trustees have worked together to increase the compensation of its employees. This year, the base pay for teachers is 85% of a comparable public school teacher salary. CHA employees are also offered health insurance and a matching 401k plan. We're thankful for how God has provided for our employees. CHA's motto is, it's about the gospel, and that's seen in many aspects of the school. This year, faculty and staff are reading together John Piper's book, God is the Gospel. CHA's mission is to produce true Christian scholars who propagate the gospel and restore America to its biblical foundation. In 2022, the secondary held its first mission week in March. Gone on mission trips for decades, but first time during the school year. Each grade level also participated in local missions here in Oklahoma City while teams were gone on those mission trips. We took mission trips during that time to Honduras and Jamaica. In the summer, another team returned to Honduras. CHA's mission program has allowed hundreds of students to participate in local, national, and international missions. Isaiah 58:12, a key verse in the life of CHA, states, "And your ancient ruins shall be rebuilt. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations. You shall be recalled the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets to dwell in." One of CHA's distinctives is the senior trip, the American Christian History Tour to Boston and Plymouth. On that trip, students are further prepared and inspired to be restorers in our nation. The CHA Professional Development Endowment for capstone trips paid the way last year, 2022, for 2 teachers to go on the Boston trip, and will pay for 2 more this year. We're very thankful for that endowment. Through the teaching of providential history and the principal approach methodology, our students are trained in the truths of God's Word and how the principles of liberty are rooted in the liberties of the gospel. The vision of CHA is to produce students who understand America's gospel purpose and become Christian leaders in every sphere of society. To help accomplish this vision, the leadership pre-K through 12th curriculum has been refined this year, and a secondary Leaders in Training, we call it LIT, L-I-T, Leaders in Training program has been developed and implemented with great success throughout this school year. We are so grateful for the numerous ways the Lord continues to use CHA to train students to be Christian influences in our city, in our state, and in our nation. Thank you very much for being a part of the CHA family. Thank you, Mr. Graves.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bullard, for that report. We have 4 candidates up for election to our Board of Trustees. Our board is comprised of 9 elected members, each who serve 3-year terms, which necessitates electing 3 members to our board each year as those terms are staggered. Each of the candidates up for election are outstanding individuals. They have all previously served on our Board of Trustees, or in the case of Dara, are currently serving. So I'll just quickly take the opportunity to read each of their bios, starting with Danielle Hill. Mrs. Hill previously served on the Board of Trustees from 2015 to 2021. She's an alumnus of CHA, class of 97. She studied speech pathology at Oklahoma State University and served for over 10 years as a children's minister. She is the owner-agent of the Hill Insurance Agency in Edmond, Oklahoma. Her and her husband, John, have 3 children: Cooper, who graduated class of 2021, Eli and Lincoln, who currently attend CHA, and the Hill family attends Henderson Hills Baptist Church. Dr. Kevin Penwell previously served on the Board of Trustees from 2015 to 2022. He's also a graduate of CHA, class of 1990. He holds a BS in Physics and Engineering Science from Bob Jones University and a doctorate of osteopathic medicine from Oklahoma State University. He is the founder and chief operating manager of Immediate Care of Oklahoma, urgent care clinics. You've probably seen those all over the metro area. He and his wife, Sarah, who's also a graduate of CHA, have 1 child currently at CHA, Libby, and then 3 children who are graduates: Ivy, class of 2016, Levi, class of 2018, and Banner, class of 2020, and they are members at Wildwood Community Church. Dr. Penwell, thank you for your prior service and for being here this evening. Mrs. Dara Stewart was elected to the Board of Trustees in 2020 and currently serves as secretary. She does an outstanding job in that role. She is eligible for re-election for 1 more 3-year term. She is also a graduate of CHA, class of 1999. She holds a BS in nursing from Oklahoma Baptist University and currently works at Rafa Wellness Clinic. She and her husband, Ryan, have 5 children: Evan, Eli, Eden, Emmeline, and Elliot. Is that correct? Yeah. Currently, all 5 currently attending CHA. You know they're fervently praying for the school choice bill and those tax credits. But they are active members of Southern Hills Baptist Church. And then finally, and thank you, Dara, for your service and for being here. Finally, Mrs. Deborah Young. She previously served on our board from 2016 to 2019. She holds a BBA in business management and an MBA in marketing from the University of Central Oklahoma. She currently works as Associate Vice President of Development for Oklahoma Baptist Homes for Children. She and her husband, Tim, have 1 child, Mason, who also graduated from CHA, class of 2019, and they are also members at Southern Hills Baptist Church. Deborah, thank you for being here this evening and for your prior service. So the Board of Trustees plays a vital role in guiding the direction of our school, and we are very fortunate to have capable and dedicated individuals willing to serve in this very important capacity. The vote for the nominees will take place via email. That will happen following the conclusion of this meeting, so please be on the lookout for that email and participate by casting your vote. So seeing how there's no further business to be conducted, we will conclude our 2023 annual corporation meeting, and I appreciate you coming this evening. Thank you.